Hi y'all, it's Michelle Pippin with WomenWhoWow.com and PlanetWOW.club. We are an alliance of seriously driven women entrepreneurs, and if you consider yourself seriously driven, you need to belong to Women Who Wow. If you are in or around Texas, you need to make it to Women Who Wow Live in Dallas. WomenWhoWow.com/Dallas 2017. I am going to try to share this with our member group. Randy, could you share it with our member group if it'll allow you to? Today, we are talking about how to follow up with prospects when they have not actually, thank you, Randy. Today, we're talking about how to follow up with prospects when they are disappearing on you, and or you have pitched working with them, and for whatever reason they just haven't said yes yet, right? And this is something that is something that is so critical for us to learn how to master, because if we don't, we end up not following up with people, or we end up following up with people in a way that feels needy and kind of not good, right? And so whenever we feel like it's gonna make us look really needy to follow up with someone, then we tend not to follow up. And so I want to give you 3 specific ways to follow up with a prospect when they have expressed interest in working with you. And let's see, we are not in the group yet, so let me see if I can do it. I apologize. It's Randy, it says that you shared it. Okay, good. Okay, so I am excited to be talking today about 3 ways that we can follow up with prospects, 3 practical ways to follow up with prospects that have kind of disappeared on us. They have expressed interest in working with us or buying from us or hosting a party for us or whatever it is that we do. They've expressed this interest. We might have even worked with them or created a plan for them, and they just sort of disappear. And so I really want to address this so that we have 3 specific things that we can do in an effort to follow up in a way that's empowered and serving to the person and not needy. Here's the standard way of following up, right? So when we get really desperate, we might follow up, and it sort of feels to us, and it also feels to them, like we're saying, hey, did you forget to pay me? You know, maybe you have amnesia and you just forgot that you wanted to work with me. And that's the way it feels to us. It's also the way it looks and lands with our clients. And we don't want to kind of put off that needy vibe. We certainly don't want to act like our prospects owe us something. However, we do want to follow up in a way that is professional and empowered and also serves our clients. And so here's what I want to go over, just 3 specific ways. The first way is if you're looking at your email box, right, and you find that there's lots of people that you've pitched to in the past, but the truth is they just haven't said yes yet. They said they were interested, they were checking with their husband, they were checking their budget, they were waiting for blah, blah, blah. Then you just want to go to them, and even no matter how old that email is, you can always go back and say, hey, Michelle, are you still struggling with whatever you were talking about? Are you still struggling with that? Are you still looking for a couch? Are you still struggling with your weight? Are you still struggling with your business? Whatever it is, right? Are you still in that position that you were in when we spoke before? Sometimes when people say, oh, if it's a lead over 3 months old or over 6 months old, it's too old. And I found the exact opposite to be the problem, to be the truth. Like when there's something that someone's working with, you've discussed it with them, and 3 years later, they realize that 1, you remember them, and 2, they are still in the same place they were 3 years ago when they spoke with you. That speaks volumes. right? So don't think your lead is too old to follow up. Hey, are you still struggling with this? Like, are you still in the same position, right? That's a really powerful way to follow up. The other way we can follow up is very, very directly, right? And I use this all the time. How can we make this a yes for you? Period. How can I make it a yes for you, right? What's the sticking point? And being very direct. Again, that is so much more powerful and empowered than a, hey, did you forget to pay me? Or how are things? Or just checking in, right? To make sure you didn't forget to mail me your check. It's like those things are kind of, wishy-washy and disempowered. And so, coming in and saying, hey, how can we make this a yes for you? I want to get started. That's a really powerful way to go. Another way is to treat your prospects like friends, right? Go in and let them know that you're thinking of them, right? Hey, I'm thinking of you and I'm ready to get started, or I'm ready to help you buy whatever. I'm ready to help you when you're ready, but I'm thinking of you today. Let me know when you're ready. It's another great way. And I want to give you a fourth way just kind of as a bonus, because this is something that I started doing a few years ago. And at first I felt like it was in some way disingenuous. But then I thought better of it. So one of the ways that I can follow up with people is they're on my list to follow up with. I think of them. I know something about them, maybe their alma mater or what they love to read or who their favorite author is or, whatever, what state they live in. And I will deliberately go and I'll find an article for them, like a blog post or an article or whatever, and say, hey, I saw this and I thought of you. And sometimes that felt like, it felt like I was being manipulative, but the truth is I was thinking of them, right? I was thinking of them and I went and I looked deliberately for an article that might speak to them or serve them in some way. And this is another great way to follow up with people, right? Because remember, you don't want to follow up in a way that is, hey, did you forget to mail your check? Did you want to work with me but got amnesia? Any of that? You want to follow up in a way that serves the person that you're reaching out to. So I hope those 4 ways help you. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments below, and then meet me over in PlanetWOW.club for some further discussion. We are having a Truth-Telling Tuesday, and I've seen a little bit of the comments, and I am rolling up my sleeves and digging in. So look forward to seeing you guys there. If you have a question, a frustration, a comment, anything that you want to come clean about and get Women Who Wow's help with, then come on over to PlanetWOW.club, find the Truth Tuesday post, and let's dig in. Talk with you guys soon. Bye.